again. Happy Black History Month again.
Black History Month is still going, y'all.
The NFL is doing Black History Month too, right? Because they let Tyler Perry sing the weekend
You know
songs.
what? That was not. You know what? The Super Bowl by itself. First of all, shout out to Tom Brady, the GOAT.
I mean,
You can't deny it.
Yeah.
The man is a GOAT. I didn't check. Did he go ahead and retire?
Nah, he said
he said he going again.
He said running back.
He just sit down. But yeah, shout out to Tom Brady. You can't deny the man is a GOAT, whether you like him or whether you hate him. Kind of like LeBron.
Yeah.
Where, people are like, LeBron, fuck LeBron. No, you got to admit it. Tom Brady's the GOAT. By any means necessary.
I just understand some people just got hate for the man. I hated that man for a real long time just because he won. Really, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hater like that.
I mean, that's why they call you hater.
I mean, that's true too. But damn, you gotta get a man a props sometime.
Yeah.
How one man got more championship rings than any one team? Think about that shit. That shit's crazy. And y'all hate this man?
Be like Brady. It's gonna be my motto. Be like Brady.
But don't be like The Weeknd.
Oh my God, and I fucked with The Weeknd like a long time ago. Like a lot of his songs and shit. And now it's like, oh, he done drank the Kool-Aid and that nigga done made another picture because he's too far gone in the sauce.
But what is it really necessary to have the people faces wrapped up like after he had that surgery or whatever that dumb statement he was trying to make?
I feel like he put that halftime show, he put a curse on the entire country.
He just reenacted the movie Us.
He really did. And
but why did he have Richard Pryor's clothes on?
You know what? It was symbolic.
He was down live on Sunset Strip.
It was some type of symbolic symbol. But yeah, that halftime show. I don't know. I feel like they could have done.
I wanted them to have somebody black for sure, but
like damn, The Weeknd.
The Weeknd though, like all them sad ass cocaine songs he be singing.
And then don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. I love Jasmine Sullivan. Oh my God.
Get the girl name. You gotta get a name.
I'm a little inebriated, y'all, so please forgive me. I love Jasmine Sullivan. But oh my God. I was like, what is she even singing?
They jazzed the shit out that song.
I forgot they was singing
they was jazzing the shit out of it.
I was like, and then it was the song was already long as it is.
Oh, they sung the soul out of it.
Oh no, I had to leave the room and come back on that.
But just think how soulless I ain't gonna say soulless of a song. But they tried their best to give that song some soul, my brothers.
In that song.
They put some soul glow on it and everything.
Oh my goodness. But I mean it was cool, but they were doing too much. It's not one of the top like 3.
Damn, Pam, you're doing too much.
doing way too much.
Speaking of damn Pam, they doing too much.
Yeah.
Moneybagg Yo said that he's in the top 5.
You know what? Listen, I consider Moneybagg like my cousin. If you really listen to the shit that he's talking about, especially in his new song, Time Today, first of all, the fact that in his video, he addresses the fact that people call him William from Girlfriends and actually does like a little photo shoot and shit like that.
He said, I got 4 girlfriends.
Moneybagg Yo be talking some real shit. He does. Like he, that to the side. He talks some real shit. So, I mean, people be sleep on him.
But top 5 though? Like top 5, like right now in this current, like doing it like right now. Give me your top 5 right now. Let's go.
Oh, don't do that. Top 5 as in just lyricists.
Like
I think of lyric. Like
I'm talking about that's playing
and wordplay, and then all around.
I'm strictly talking about playing on the radio out right now. That's hot right at this exact moment.
Hot. I'm 36, so what I think is hot ain't hot to everybody.
I mean, you like Lil Baby? You think Lil Baby's hot?
My personal top 5? Oh, in no particular order for the first 2. Well, actually, yes, in particular order for the first 2. Number 1 will be Wayne. Wayne is the GOAT. Dreads or no dreads or half dreads or fake dreads or ghost dreads. Wayne is always going to be my GOAT. And then you got to put Boosie on there.
Yeah.
You got to put Boosie.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I don't know if Boosie will be number 2 for me anymore. But I will say top 5, Wayne is number 1. And then the rest, you have Boosie. You have, I got to put my boy, Titty Boy, 2 Chainz in there.
Still? Even after this last venture?
You know what? He's slowly redeeming himself.
Okay. I mean, it's your top 5. I give it to you.
He's slowly redeeming himself. The Baby.
Okay.
I do love The Baby.
As
far as lyrics and the way he be putting shit together. So who do I have? I have Wayne, Boosie, Titty Boy.
You on 5.
Baby. They don't want family.
Ooh, and you ain't even put money back in there yet.
That's what I'm saying. It would be between like Moneybag and this person ain't actively rapping right now, but when he's on his own, Lil Dicky. Okay. Lil Dicky is a beast with it.
Okay.
You gotta if you really fuck with Lil Dicky,
no, for sure.
I don't know.
I mean, I kind of jam Lil Dicky.
Yeah, but Moneybag's been, as far as like playing it on the radio and hot right now. I'll put it between Moneybag and Megan.
So he would be the 6 or 7.
Dicky would be like 6 or 7.
So Dirtbag or Megan would be 5.
Dirtbag or Megan, and that's sad because they used to date. So
I don't know why I just call him Dirtbag, but
because we call him Dirtbag, yo, and don't nobody know that.
Moneybag. I mean, Moneybags.
Yeah, Moneybag. Oh,
hey, real shit right now.
But my 3 to 5 tends to change on.
I put him in my top 5.
You would?
Yeah, for sure.
When you really listen to him,
when I really listen to him, I kind of be like,
he be saying some real shit.
I kind of bob that. Yeah.
Okay.
I put him in my top 5 for sure.
All right then. Shout out to Dirtbag. Moneybag.
Yeah. Out of the top 5 right now of the shit right that I probably listen to.
Yeah. Your personal top 5.
Oh, he'd probably be like 3 for sure.
Okay.
I mean, behind Boosie, 1.
Yeah, we know.
And then Wayne.
Of course.
And then I'll put Moneybag.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to go listen to this album again. So
how did you trick me into watching Married at First Sight?
You know what? So everybody on Facebook, and you know, I'm old, y'all. I'm an internet auntie. So I'll be on Facebook. They've been talking about Married at First Sight, but I wasn't watching any of them actually. And so I started watching the season 9 because it was on Netflix, and I was like, I could binge through it if I wanted to. Oh my gosh, it's actually so good. And the fact that I love how you just roped right in with it.
Spoiler alert, if we say anything that we probably didn't mean to say, again, we apologize. I'm just saying, in case you ain't watched it, go watch it. It was kind of interesting. But anyway, go ahead.
It is interesting how, they put these couples together, and the way that they actually put them together is pretty smart and pretty genius. Especially, in season 9. I can't speak for the other seasons. I'm just speaking for season 9 with like Deanna and Greg. What are the names of the guys, babe? What are the names of the guys?
Tall nigga, bald nigga, Greg, and Keith.
Yes. So tall nigga being Matt, and bald nigga being Jamie. And then, I thought it was really good. There were couples I was rooting for. There were couples where, that person ain't shit. And I was right. But it actually is a really good show as far as like relationships and how people communicate and how you need to work for the relationship you have to try to save it. If you're really all in it, you can tell who's really all in and who's not.
Or the idea that you have to work for the ideal relationship that you absolutely want.
Because on paper or by studies have shown and shit like that, you guys should be a good match.
I didn't think about that, like on paper, like
because on paper they did all these tests or whatever the case may be to put these people together, and realistically, they did do a really good job.
I think they did.
So it's how they what the couples decided to do with that. Some of the stuff was, it's ego, and some of it is no, we actually are in this to make this work, so we're gonna try to do whatever we can to make it work. And then some of the achievements and boundaries and walls that were taken down in like those 8 weeks of them being married for some of the couples. Even I was surprised. So I definitely think it's a show for couples to kind of watch and pay attention to, because it's definitely sparked some debate in us as far as like who was wrong in this situation.
Yeah.
One of the situations was one of the wives, Iris, she was a virgin, and then but then her husband, of course, wasn't. And who was wrong in the situation when she found a box of condoms when she moved into his house, and when she went to his house. And, I felt like that sparked a good conversation between us. And as far as being able to see the other person's perspective, but at the end of the day, that whole situation was crazy. But that's definitely a show to check out.
It's kind of interesting.
It is interesting. I think I'm going to start season 10.
And I'm not usually the one that kind of like shit like that.
And I just put it on because I'm like, people talk about it. So let me see what they're talking about. It could be something that's playing in the background. But then I'm like, oh no, bitch, what did he say?
I ain't gonna lie, I fought it for probably the first 4 or 5 episodes. I was like,
you did.
I don't really
Then when you was like, that nigga wrong, he's stupid.
And then I kind of started listening a little bit and was like, okay, it's kind of cool.
I was getting to the point where I was like, I don't know if I should play it when he's not around because I don't want him to miss something.
Bonk you on your shit.
See? So, all right, so we starting season 10 tomorrow.
No, I ain't doing that. I'm done. I'm out.
I know. So
I'm out.
We'll talk next
I'm out of the game. Speaking out of the game. We watched The Equalizer.
Listen, after the Super Bowl, Queen Latifah as the Equalizer showed, and we were like, you know what? We talked all this shit, so let's watch it.
You have to watch it,
nigga.
I had to give it a fair shake. I'm not gonna lie. I actually gave it. I tried to give it a fair shake.
Oh my goodness! Spoiler alert! But is it a spoiler if you don't care? I don't know, but
I don't know. Some people, I think some people's gonna like it. I think some people's gonna like it. Real shit. I think
outside of it being a full figure black woman fighting crime, Queen. Y'all know I don't like the Queen. I feel like you have so many talents, and equalizing niggas is not one of them. I what was the show? What was the station? CBS. CBS. I appreciate it. I appreciate
giving it to us
in
Black History Month.
And I know you black women
strong,
but we don't need this. Y'all can wrap this up. Y'all can actually get y'all money back for some deposits.
Look,
and shit.
If y'all ain't know by now that I'm kind of a real stickler when it comes to like movies and shows, and I get it.
And get it.
Dog. Oh my God. I'm a big stickler for continuity, and it was one part where they wanted me to believe that she knocked somebody out, got in the car, and the dude walked all the way to the car, and you didn't see this queen sitting in the front seat.
Queen, this Queen Latifah's eyes queen, who is now a master of disguise.
Yo,
and what was she like? Ex-CIA or some bullshit? B613. I know I'm crossing
my toes. She was a nom.
Yeah, but she has PTSD. Like it's oh my God.
And she got like a 12-year-old child.
Who looks older than me.
And you don't know if it's the roommate or a mama.
Oh my God. Or girlfriend. I don't know.
But let me tell you.
It's a lot.
I know we joked about her running, before, right? But let me tell you.
Oh my God.
With certainty.
Oh my God.
They should never in their life begin her to run.
They need to just take
They just need to
recorded clips of her running and then take the middle part where she's at her potential and just show it every time. Don't show a beginning, don't show an end.
We don't even really need that. We need to see her see the bomb, see her coming out the door and straight diving to the ground. And just diving straight to the ground. That's it. That's it. We don't need to run.
Queen.
And then when she rolled over them cats back and you wanted me to believe she Krav Maga'd like 3 dudes.
Khadijah James would never.
I get it. I'm supposed to.
Yeah, just and it's I don't know if I want to watch the next episode just for laughs.
I think I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
It's form your own opinion. We ain't shit.
If you like it, you like it. I'm just saying.
If you like it, you like it. But
hater is out.
We don't fuck with that. It was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. Khadijah James would never.
So what's on your mind this week?
Oh my goodness. So in keeping with our Valentine's February love theme, and then other events that have happened, watching Married at First Sight, I was thinking, I wonder how, if anybody's ever had a conversation of how have your parents' relationships, and because they're our first role models or first examples of anything in life, how have their relationships and their actions in relationships shaped your own personal outlook on the opposite sex, on relationships in general? Because you always hear of men who I'm just giving you an example. Guy grows up in a single parent household. He was raised by a single mom and she was known for not being shit. So he thinks that women ain't shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that conversation needs to be had, or at least discussed as far as personal accounts on how our parents' relationship have maybe shaped our personal outlook on relationships.
Yeah, for sure.
So thinking about that and just going back into just being real and honest. My mom was married multiple times. I mean, she was married 12 times, but she was married a good amount of times. And it would be everything would be good, and then all of a sudden they would leave, And I know she was the type that she wanted to try to be extra catering and, you know, to make sure they don't leave. And so I felt like I had to go above and beyond, not just solely because I love this person,
Right.
but don't leave me. But then they always left. And so that made me feel like it doesn't matter what you do, they're gonna leave you anyways. So just,
Yeah.
and it took me growing up, going to therapy and just thinking about, zooming out and thinking about the full situation and hearing little bits and pieces of what may have really happened back then to realize a few things. But it may that's how a little piece of how her relationships affected me when it came to men. I was always worried that I had to go above and beyond, and I had to be extra catering and not try to spark any conflict to try to keep the peace.
I mean, that makes sense.
So I was. So how do you think that looking at, and that's just from half of no my mom's side, but
Right.
do you think anything that you've seen your parents or found out about your parents, how they reacted in relationships and how they treated relationships affected how you treated relationships when you were ready to start that?
I think the main two things that really come out that I can really think of to me is one, how much I've seen my mom and my daddy fight.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like knockout, dragouts, like fist fighting and you trying to pull pistols and knives on each other. Like
Yeah.
I'm talking about that kind of fight.
Yeah.
And so that made me in relationships not really want to argue with people.
Yeah.
Or not wanting me to get mad. Cause that's my thing. Like I don't really get mad.
Yeah.
But when I get mad, it's hard for me to pull back once I get there.
Yeah.
And I see that I probably get that from my parents. And the other thing is, now that you say that, like I guess I get my idea about marriage probably from my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Is, I've seen him and my mama relationship not work out, and they were married, right? And then I seen all my aunties' relationships not really work out. And then see my daddy date someone who was at first kind of nice. And then once they got married, just kind of made me and my brother's life like a living hell on purpose.
Yeah.
And then that kind of be like, damn, is that how everybody acts? Like once they get married, they start changing.
Yeah. So then it makes you not even want to.
Like who you are before I marry you is who I feel like you is who you pretend to be, and that's the person that I like. And then once we get married, you're gonna give me somebody else, and then now I'm stuck
because we're married now. It's not like we're dating, and I can just drop your ass.
Yeah, I can just run off.
That's deep.
And that's kind of like I think that's why I've always been kind of scared to just pull that trigger because you be like, the person that I'm in love with right now, I don't want that title to change him.
Yeah. And I think also kind of like my mom was never one to just date around. If she was in a relationship with someone, she was in a relationship with someone. And that's one thing that I do get from her. It's like, no, if I'm with you, I'm with you. I'm not supposed to bounce around. I'm not supposed to do all this extra stuff. No, I'm with you. And I'm going to put my all into you. But damn, like speaking of arguments, I never really heard my mom argue too much.
Yeah.
With my dad or with anyone. It's like, but I was also the way later baby. So my dad left when I was like 6. And then, my mom got remarried later on when I was a little bit older, but when I was like in middle school. But I never really heard too many arguments. And so I knew that when I did hear arguments, I'm like, oh shit, it's really bad.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like to argue, because once I started hearing arguments, it wasn't too long before they were gone.
Yeah.
And so I tend to take arguments to heart. It's like I either try to just push it under the rug or, not have that discussion. And I mean, I was also a child, so I don't know what kind of deep discussions they had. But I know how my mother is with me, and we don't have deep discussions. Everything is very surface level. So I can only imagine that everything was, for the most part, surface level when it came to her relationships. Down south Christian woman, she's married and she's just trying to stay married. She didn't want to ruffle any feathers. So I feel I always associate arguments with, oh shit, this is about to deteriorate.
See, and when you say that, like, I guess that's kind of where a lot of my insecurities come from, is that I seen my daddy have to eat a lot of those emotions, even though he may have felt something was wrong.
Yeah.
He never really felt like he had a voice enough to say. And I guess through that, I never really felt like my voice really mattered.
Yes.
Like I may try to explain to you how I feel. Those words never may not come out the way that I mean them. But I think just because I just have a hard time expressing it because I ate so much.
Yeah.
But now that I go to therapy, now I kind of figured out how to best express myself.
Yes.
And now to the point that even my daddy called me and be like, "Hey, what do you think about blah blah blah?" And then I feel like because I understand him, because I was kind of him for a moment, that I kind of can help navigate him as well, because why not?
Yeah, I mean, it only helps. It only helps. And I just with going to therapy and just really again zooming out, I understand both sides now, and also again because the men would leave.
Yeah.
My mom always raised us to be really super fucking independent. And so I was like, well, I have to make sure I have it because I can't trust these niggas to have it.
I don't know when they gonna leave.
Which I feel like every woman should have their own period. But at the same time, it caused me to kind of be the bully if in the relationship. I didn't know how to. It almost had the adverse effect of being like the nurturing, caring. Yes, I'm nurturing and caring, but I can also be a little bit of a bully where it's like, I'm not going to wait for you. I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah, for sure.
And I've had to learn to take a step back, not to assume that every guy is going to leave, not to assume that an argument means the end of an actual relationship or that the end is coming, that I need to speak up for myself if I'm feeling a certain kind of way. And it just messes with you because you've seen these certain situations going on for so long when you were younger, and now as you're an adult and you're seeing things on your own, it's like, wait, it's like a complete 180 than what I thought.
Or if you see people going through it, you be
see
like,
people going through,
you can be like, bitch, let me tell you, you don't have to go through that.
You don't have to go through this, my sister. So I just found it, really funny. Just, how you just drive and you just reflect back on certain things and certain situations. And, you talk to family members about certain things. And it's just like my whole view on relationships and men in general, the view that I had based off of what I'd seen from my mom, my parents, my aunts and uncles and stuff is totally different now. Some stuff I agree with.
Yeah.
I understand, but looking at it from a bigger perspective, it just changes.
It's funny you say that, because I was just going to say, just as a parent and going through that kind of makes me think about my actions, how my actions reflect on my child.
Yes.
And how
a lot of people don't think that.
And how I want my narrative to be. Yes. And not necessarily, because I know I've learned since my mother's passing things about her that, I mean, like anybody, you learn things about your parents that you probably never, ever really thought about.
Yeah.
And then, so I want to always be the one to have my narrative told. I don't want somebody else to be able to speak for me at every moment.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's something you definitely have to think about, especially if you have children, is what am I portraying? What does my child see when it comes to relationships? And you don't necessarily have to be with the child's mother, but how you interact with women, period. How you treat her mother, how you treat your mother, how you treat, your significant other. That stuff is really important. And for those of you that haven't thought about it and you have kids, I mean, I know I don't have kids, but you got to think about what picture are you showing your kids? What picture are you showing those around you as far as your relationship?
And then also, if you condemning your child about a certain actions, you have to reflect and think about if you have been portraying that action as well.
Right.
Because they have to pick it up from somewhere, and they don't always pick it up from the streets.
Right. Who are they with all the time? Who are they growing up with? What are they growing up seeing every day? So yeah, I just thought that was.
So tell me, you got any final thoughts on it?
My final thoughts is just reflect back every now and then and just think about, especially if you're having a tough time in your relationship, or if you're wondering why relationships aren't working for you, or you may feel a certain way and no one else may necessarily agree with that. Think about where you may have probably gotten those preconceived notions from, and just form your own experiences.
Or even if you have thoughts of, why do I behave a certain way, or why is my certain interactions with people always this way or that way, you may have to think about,
take stock in yourself.
Yeah.
And in your emotions. So yeah, that's it.
So you got a business of the week?
I got a black business of the week. Now, they say Valentine's Day is on Sunday.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. So I
Every
thought,
day's
in
the
spirit of
14th.
Valentine's Day, I'm gonna shout out my girl Sharon with Ronnie's Romance.
Okay.
Ronnie's Romance is a self-branded adult boutique that provides standard and plus size lingerie, handmade aphrodisiac scented massage candles. I'm sorry, and adult toys. For him, for her, for couples, for whatever your freak flag is. Ronnie's Romance has it.
And let it fly, baby.
Right. It's a company that is fueled by sexiness, flirtation, and most importantly, confidence. Everything is moving so fast. So let's slow it down for love. I love that.
I kind of like that.
I love that. That has a cute little ring to it or whatever. So definitely check out Ronnie's Romance. That's ronnies-romance.com. RONNIES-romance.com. Definitely check them out. There's some goodies on there. There's some, Valentine's Day sales. Those candles are off the chain. So definitely check out my girl.
So you got what they call them? Aphrodisiac candles?
Aphrodisiac candles, boo.
So whenever you want to make your sex dungeon,
wait,
you just call Ronnie and she gonna get you some of the little freaky candles.
Ronnie's gonna get you right.
They're gonna get you little handcuffs and get you little sex machines with the little dildos on them.
You know what? You're right. Whatever you want, they got it. They definitely got it. So check out Ronnie's Romance, where sexiness is self-care.
Okay.
So do you have anything?
So let me just tell y'all, you always know you can try to find us on podpage.com/Jay and Hater, right? And then also you can find us on Facebook. On Jay and Hater. You can also find us on Instagram on Jay and Hater. And also you can find me on Instagram if you want to follow your boy at Lord Hater.
And you can find me on Instagram at DuceJ. Well, actually J Duce, because someone took DuceJ. And you can also find me on Polished Custom Tees on the Instagram as well.
Okay. And also, if you're on Clubhouse, you can find us on Clubhouse. And I'm at Hater.
And I'm at JMac.
So that's how you can find us. Or what's the email that they can contact us?
They can email us at jandhater@gmail.com for any comments, questions, concerns, shout outs. You just want to say, hey, what's up? You can find us on there as well. Hit us up on there.
Okay, you got anything else you want to tell?
I have my petty words of wisdom.
Oh, my bad. My bad. You got to give us the petty words of wisdom.
The petty words of wisdom this week. So there's always a lot of talk of, you out of my life for a reason, or all these people are disappearing. I thought I had friends, blah, 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 blah. So the words of wisdom that Lady J has for you this week. If your absence brings me peace, I didn't lose anything.
Damn, that's heavy.
I didn't lose anything.
That's heavy. I ain't lose nothing, bitch.
At all. That goes for family, friends,
co-workers,
dogs, cats, co-workers, acquaintances,
little
everybody.
boys, dogs, and cats.
Oh man, little boys. If your absence brings me peace, I didn't lose you. I didn't lose anything.
Yeah, you gotta think about that shit.
You gotta think about it. Y'all know what our motto is over here at Jay and Hater is what? Protect your peace.
You gotta protect that
So
shit.
if your peace is being protected by people getting out of your fucking way.
If every time Jimmy come around, police show up and your VCR get missing.
First of all, what is VCR? Because I'm too young.
If your big screen end up missing and Jimmy came through and the law's been looking for him.
Jimmy with the stimmy.
I mean, Jimmy may not be bringing peace to your life.
So you got to get rid of him.
But when Jimmy go to jail, you all kind of peaceful. You got to think about that.
You didn't lose anything. You actually gained. You're actually up.
I can feel that.
If it's up, then it's up.
It's kind of like, it's funny that you say that because I feel like when people used to say, well, it's devils in the church or it's snakes in the church.
Are you sure you're not the devil, boo?
Because I'm like, how every time you go to a church you find a devil?
Because they the devil, the devilizer.
The devil was the devilizer.
You know what? I'm having to play with you, but yes. So if their absence brings you peace, then you haven't lost anything, y'all. Don't worry about it. They're gone for a reason. Fuck them.
Kick rocks.
Kick all the rocks with no shoes on.
Tell them to kick them to the death for you.
To the death for you. Cause how they get it, baby?
They got it out the mud.
Exactly.
Off the muscle.
Off the muscle. Oh, you upgraded that?
Yeah, boy. I'm off the muscle now, boy.
Oh Lord, here we go, y'all. All right, but that is it. You guys have a great Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, however you want to celebrate it. If you don't want to celebrate it, fuck it. We ain't celebrating that shit. Whatever you want to
do. Yeah, I mean.
Again, as always, we appreciate you guys listening to us.
Always appreciate it.
If you have any feedback, you know how to reach us. Until then, protect your peace, y'all.